Let's make this episode a special one by just being ourselves and loving ourselves just the way we are. Let go. All right. Uh, Mr. Charlie Kirk, he's been unalived. And a lot of black people are celebrating. First of all, I want to say RIP to, or condolences to his family, condolences to people that even seen that. That was horrific. Um, but a lot of black people have been celebrating and showing no empathy to Charlie Kirk and his family about his demise. Um, I wasn't really. I I'm MAGA, make America great again. So I want to say I really didn't. Okay, I wasn't familiar with Charlie Kirk, and I have been going over some of his debates. So this one I did watch just a little bit of it, but I'm finna go through some of his debates and just watch them. So those gonna be my next little segments. Let me get to it. Let me see what they talking about right here. Um, Once again, when he was talking to people, um, I just seen a respectful young man. I didn't see him being rude to anyone, but maybe I'm tripping. If I'm tripping, leave it in the comments. Let me know I'm tripping. Um, let's check this out.
When segregation ended, right? Black people, or when slavery ended, actually, black people were just forced wherever, right? So they had nowhere to go. And then there was laws put in place to put them into prison. And after,
It's okay. No, no. What's your name? Guys, what's your name?
Jackson.
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 It takes a lot of courage to come up here.
Yeah, no,
Let's
I
just
know.
take a deep breath.
I-
Okay,
I-
I'm not
I
here to
know,
pick
I
on
need-
you.
no, I
and
know, I need to get my
appreciate
thoughts
it.
together.
No, no, it's okay.
I
know
I
that
knew
this
I
can be
was-
very intimidating getting in a crowd like this. So just take a deep breath. Let me make your argument. I'm going to make your argument for you, and I'm going to tell you why I think it's wrong. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So the
Okay, yeah, I
argument
want
that
to
is
have
being made, that you want to make, is that there's
Hold on, and I'm gonna come in where I think we disagree at. Um, just because I fuck with Trump don't mean that I'm crazy. So to some people it will, but hey, um, I'm gonna stop and disagree where I feel I may disagree. So hey, so if you like to listen to something all the way through and no interruptions, you can go ahead and leave right here because I'm gonna get my little piece in.
legacies of injustice.
Yes.
And that those legacies impact one generation after the other. And when those things get handed down, you have what is a system or a systemic issue that isn't just isolated in 2024. So the argument that you're making is that what happened in 1954 does impact 2024 of decade after decade after decade. Let me tell you my response to that. Of course, there is some truth to that. However, every culture, every person in this audience can point to issues that families or generations prior had that we're able to overcome. So the question is, why is it that Black America is one of the only populations, that and Native American populations, that have not been able to overcome such evil, horrors, and injustices? Here's my perspective, and I want to hear what you have to say. Is that the number one way to keep people out of poverty, lower the crime rate, and have a better society is whether or not you have a mom and a dad around? Would we agree that's an ideal? Yeah? Cool.
Yeah.
And so what happened in 1964 is that 25% of black youth were raised by a single mom. Today, it's nearly 75%, about 70%. So that means that 1 in 4 black kids will have a father around. Only 1 in 4. That's the number one issue happening in the country, and it's not because of systemic racism. I'd like to hear what you have to say about that.
Okay. So I think I misjudged you at first. Like when you brought up the 1350 stat, I had like just assume that it was like inherently like eugenics based kind of, you know. So
Mm.
and that's where mine came from. Like I think we are on the same page that like we know what the problem is, and that's what I mean. Like
No,
the
and that's
education.
thank you for saying that because I think we actually have a lot more in common in this country than the media would
Yeah,
ever
no,
believe,
definitely,
right?
definitely, right.
Okay. I don't think a racist, flat out racist, would even make that comment.
And like what my point was I was trying to say is I don't think that we're doing enough to help these black communities catch up. Where as like they're underfunded and they're not and they're over policed and there's just these factors that are contributing to, like you said, these single parent households.
Yeah,
Like
so we're not going to agree on this. This is where we'll disagree, and that's okay. I have more of a view of Thomas Sowell on this, where he believes it's far more about culture, values, and worldview than stuff and over policing. I believe there's not enough police in black neighborhoods. You're going to disagree with that. Let's not even get into it, okay? But I think we can ask a question, and I want your opinion. Why is it that the single motherhood rate in black America went from 25% to 75% over 50 years, where America did become less racist?
Okay, let me go back to the first one, about the police, about the over police. Um, I think that the black community has such a negative uh, stigma on policing, on police, because of the Caucasian police in the neighborhoods. If we had more black police that were that knows the problems that come from the culture, um, I think we could do better with the police that look like you. I think that would be better. We need the police, but police that are not like you tend to not be lenient towards you. Um, just say if little Jimmy, he gets caught with some cocaine or whatever, he could possibly get off with that. Hey, I'm gonna tell your mama, you was down here with some cocaine, whatever you got, and or drunk driving. We're gonna let you make it because we know your parents. We know you're a good kid, but you're just making a mistake right now. Okay. Caucasian police, black, don't know nothing about you, none of your family, go to jail. Get a in black police in the neighborhood. Hey, I know your mom. Take your butt home and get off these streets. I'm gonna let you make it. Whereas your whole life can be messed up by that one mistake by a Caucasian officer, by putting you in the system. Turn your whole life bad. Oh, now to the what happened. We all know what happened. I don't welfare, money. You can't get this assistance if you have someone in your home. If you have a male in your home, get the male out the home, you can get some money. And them black women, and we, it was over with. Yeah, that's what happened. The black male is now out of the house because of this money.
what like why did it?
Yeah, so what caused black America to go from one of the strongest nuclear family communities in the country to now the weakest by far?
Welfare.
I can't answer your
No,
question
that's
on that.
okay. No, that's great. And is again, it's hard to get up and have these conversations. Here's my opinion. My opinion is that yes, there was some social welfare that subsidized single motherhood, which means it's easier to get cash from the government if you say you are single than if you are married. I think we can agree that's stupid. That shouldn't happen, right? But I would love your perspective on this. Do you think in black culture, getting married and staying with one woman for your entire life is elevated and celebrated?
Hell no. Hell no. I'm mad at myself. I'm mad at myself right now. I thought fucking uh 2, 3 times a day. This girl, that girl. That's who I looked up to. The players. I thought that was cool. Once I got older and looked back at my life, that's not cool. I wish I had people to look up to that was married and was with one woman and had a family. That's not what I had to look up to. I had to look up to people doing bad things and when they're doing bad things, that was cool. And they had all the women from doing that thing. That's what I looked at. So I wanted to be like them. The people that were doing the bad things, getting fast money, and having a lot of women. That's what I looked up to. That's not right. We, I needed, we need more family structure. That's what's cool. Uh, Running around, fucking all these hoes. That ain't what's up. I don't promote that now. I look at people that some guys say, "Oh man, I haven't had," and they kind of feel embarrassed about that. That's a good thing. Don't be embarrassed about not having sex with not fucking a whole bunch of bitches. Don't be see, like right now, I can't even say having sex with women is fucking bitches. Like still right now today, still stupid. But go.
No, not at all.
I think that's the
No.
problem.
I think the problem stems from a lack of education. I think these communities don't have. I don't think a lot of them have the proper
That's
education
true.
or learning from previous to realize what will lead them to a more successful future. I think that if we funded more education in these systems, then these men wouldn't be so focused on stuff like gang violence to
Yeah,
get
so
protection or money
you
or
you have a
other
great
stuff like that, and then end up in prison and then end up with their child being having a single mother.
fair enough. So
Sorry, I didn't
no,
articulate
it's
that
great.
well.
So there's a lot of examples that there's some merit to your argument, but it's more about the quality of education than the amount of money we spend on it.
Yeah.
Such as that's why I'm a big proponent of school choice and educational vouchers and opposing the teacher unions. But the core is this: is that the number one predictor for a kid of any skin color, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, is whether or not dad is around.
Right.
And I look as an outsider, albeit, at current black culture, right? From the athletes to the rap music to the music, I don't see the nuclear family elevated, nor is it an internal black cultural expectation. Now, I will ask some of the white.
Okay. Why are these people getting mad at him about this? Like, this is true. So maybe because it's coming from a Caucasian, it is taken as bad. Maybe please help me out. Please help me understand.
White individuals here in this audience, okay? If you guys got pregnant and all of a sudden you didn't even know who the father was around, how would your parents react? Not great, right? Yes? Unfortunately, in black America, this is kind of accepted. Would you agree?
I can't say I grew up around a lot of white people, so I can't
All right,
say like
okay.
I'm.
Well, so, but it is.
Okay. Like I said, I'm sorry, but back in the gap, we all know how right now how they do. The Caucasians do. If they get pregnant, they ass get married. Like you getting married. You black. Uh, my mom, I'm sound like a Shannon Sharp. My grandmama, my grandmama said, but my mama said, I don't understand how y'all love each other so much until y'all have a baby, and then when you have a baby, you can't stand each other. That's what my mom used to say, um, and that's true. you be fucking good and fucking the hell out of her, you love her. But when that goddamn baby come, man, fuck that bitch. First of all, you been fucking you been fucking a night, in the morning, in the evening. Been fucking 3 times, 4 times a day. The first night, as soon as she get pregnant, shit ain't mine. Who the fuck? Who the, you been nutting in her, all the goddamn time. Like, then, when she get pregnant, that shit, that motherfucker ain't mine. We gonna have to goddamn, not drug test, a blood test. We go, that ain't mine. That's what happens. Yeah, and you know I ain't lying, motherfucker.
Is a fact that it is
sure.
accepted,
Yeah,
right? So that's
yeah.
the problem. The
I'm just saying,
problem is that it's a cultural norm that has then turned into the cycle of poverty. The cycle of poverty can break very quickly if fathers stayed with the women they impregnate.
But most of these fathers aren't just leaving. A large majority of these fathers are ending up in prison. Like,
Okay,
this is
good point. Why do you go to prison?
Crime.
because you commit crimes. But
Okay,
because
yeah.
the prison system has been targeted against minorities.
Again, we're not going to agree here,
Right,
and that's
we're not.
okay.
Yeah.
There's actually under enforcement of the laws when it comes where there's, for example, only half of murders in Chicago get solved.
Right, but are
that
they
mean-
all black people though?
Almost all of them, yeah, like 80.
Well,
80
if they're not solved, how do we know that they're black people?
Well, because it's a black victim in a black neighborhood by a black gang. So it's
So-
like you can assume at a great approximation that in the west side of Chicago,
50% of the murders in Chicago that go unsolved are all black people.
not all.
Dead in
No,
black
I said 85%. But we don't know who the perp is. But again, if you have a black victim at 2 a.m. in a black neighborhood, it's reasonable to say that it was a black on black crime. 90% of murders after 2 a.m. in Chicago are black on black crime.
Okay, now I will disagree on that right there. I don't agree with the black on black crime. I agree with the what you call it, proximity. People do crimes to who they're around. Just the black on black crime, I don't agree with that. I deal with I like proximity. So, and that's what he's saying. If it's in a black neighborhood, um, then that's black on black crime. I disagree with that. That's proximity. That's who you're around. That's who you're gonna kill. That's who you're gonna steal something from. The majority of the time, because that's who you know and who you see. So
Crimes. I'm from Chicago.
Right.
I happen to know it.
So-
right.
Hello, my name is Adam Ferrari, the Chief Executive Officer of Phoenix Energy. I look forward to you joining.
But like half of all murders in Chicago are unsolved, that means half of all murderers are walking free. So we have an under enforcement of laws. We have the ladies here in this audience should know this. You know that there's over 600,000 rape kits in this country that have not even been opened or tested, which means that there are women who say that they've been raped and their kits are not even put in the system. There are probably hundreds of thousands of rapists that walk free in this country.
Yeah, no, our system is
No, what I'm
totally
saying
terrible.
though, that's an under enforcement of laws though.
Yeah, because our system is terrible.
No, I know, but you said we have an over enforcement. I don't think we have enough people in jail.
You don't think we have enough people?
No, like I said,
Yeah.
half of all murderers walk free. We don't even know who they are.
Okay, but I sure, whatever. But I'm talking. I don't think that I don't think that black people are as more than 50% of exonerations from prison are black people. Like, a black person is more likely than any other race to be tried for a crime that they did not commit, and then to be released from prison for a crime that they did not commit.
That's not totally true. Let's pretend that it is. It's because they're in front of the justice system more because of the high crime. But let's try to find some agreement.
I'm talking percentages of exonerations. Like, they're
No, it's because they're in the system more though. It's because you have more cases. But anyway, let's pretend that's true. Let's pretend this.
I hope I got this right, because they said that because they had more cases. Like I said, you can start out as a kid getting a charge with a Caucasian officer than an African officer, because, like I said, the Caucasian officer has no sympathy, empathy with the black kid. Not some do, because some let you make it. And I've been stopped by a black officer as a kid. Me and my homeboy. Hey, officer, let us go. Let us make it. Black officer. I don't know who you were. Thank you. Shout out to you, black officer, because I could have been in the system a long time ago, with by being a kid making a mistake. That's why I tell my daughter now. I got mad at her yesterday. You're making too many mistakes. You can't make mistakes. And when you're a kid, you don't even know you're making a mistake. And that mistake can cost you your whole life. You get in the system, it's a wrap.
The system's totally racist.
Actually, there's more white people in the system because white people make up like what, like
No, for sure.
70%? Yeah.
It's
So
a-
you're
it's a-
just incorrect there,
it's
right?
a-
Like you're doing to me.
but they don't commit
Okay,
as many
so-
crimes.
Okay, so
No,
so
I've been
let's
super
be
not-
cordial. Let's be cordial.
You're not being, so let's calm down a little bit, okay?
You're
So-
not being. You,
Am I being sweet to this guy?
okay, right, but
All right, let me ask you one question in closing, though. If
Okay.
you could, okay, if you could say to Black America, here is more money, more stuff, more housing, or more fathers, which one would you choose?
Hold on, what did he say?
more funding. I don't think because fathers.
More
I think
fathers.
that you need to solve the problem from the bottom. I don't think you can just plant a bunch of fathers in and they're going to stay there. Like you said, they're just going to.
More fathers. More fathers. More fathers. Money ain't money. Money's not everything. Money. Fun. Did I? Hope I got that question correct. So I want to go back there. Fathers. I think that's it.
Like in the culture, it's not part of the culture, so they would just
No,
leave.
it's a
I think
hypothetical, meaning if the fathers were to stay,
we're to stay.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure. If like I just knew for 100% fact that they were going to stay.
No,
sure.
we have agreement. So
Okay.
during the BLM stuff 4 years ago, did we hear anything from the national BLM leaders or anybody about black dads staying around with women they impregnate? Did anyone mention that?
No.
Why? They're actually, it's the fundamental issue. The fundamental issue is if you have a father around, less likely to commit crimes, more likely to graduate high school, more likely to get a job, less likely to be in poverty.
How do we get there? Like this is what I'm like.
No,
how do we get there?
Well, the
with
first of which
funding and-
is you must raise the standard of expectation, both internally and externally in the black community, that we're not going to put up with men, because we're both men, fleeing the women that they impregnate.
Yeah.
That we will.
What the hell is wrong with these people? I don't know, man. Like, what is he saying wrong? What is he saying wrong about the black community? Please let me know. If I get any views, I went on some stuff the other week and I'm not getting no views. Maybe they say make better content. What is he saying wrong? Please let me know in the comments if I'm crazy. I don't see where he's saying nothing wrong. And if he did say something wrong, he still damn sure don't deserve to get celebrated for being what happened. Like, that's unacceptable. And that's part of the problem too. Like, it's something mentally wrong with these people that's celebrating a person's death. Unless they done did something to you and your family, just because he has a different maybe ideology or point of view than you shouldn't be celebrating no death, man. It's horrible.
Will say to men that flee the women that they impregnate, you're a loser, we're not going to tolerate you, we're not going to be friends with you, that you're the scum of the earth, that if you impregnate a woman and you just run away from them.
most definitely. but
Do
I
we
don't-
do that right
yeah,
now?
Hell no, we don't do that because that's who you look up to. So they not the scum of the earth. See, in your eyes, they not the scum of the earth. They the players and the ballers and the hustlers and the pimps. To you, they look good. They're doing what you like to see because you don't know no better. Once I came a grown man, I understood that wasn't it. That ain't what you need to do as a man.
I don't think all men do. I think this is a very common what's the word I'm looking. I think this is very common in just masculine culture in general. Is that men won't do that too?
I
in
actually think
general.
it's the opposite of masculine culture.
Like-
too. I think it's not feminine. It's something else.
No.
Just fleeing from the difficult.
Well, no, but I'm saying in male circles. I feel like that is something that males would praise, or at least around my age range. That's something
Okay.
that happens.
So then I think we need to demand better. Thank
That's true. And just what he said. That's something that we praise. That's nothing to be praising. That's horrible to be having 10 women at a time. That's not cool. Get you one woman, stay with her, build a family. End poverty. End, I don't know what you want to end, but end all that bullshit. Get with a woman, stick with her. Okay. I'm gonna do a few videos. That's one video. I didn't see no racism. I don't see what everybody celebrating this man's demise for on this one. Well, I won't see one because that's crazy. But no, like, share, comment, subscribe. Love yourself. Treat yourself. Don't beat yourself. Holla.